I'm Sayonjita. Today I'm going to whip up some Paneer Pepper Fry for you. It has an unusual combination of flavors to go with the paneer. Curry leaves and soft or fennel seeds. And it looks different too. Dark with flecks of green. My version of Paneer Pepper Fry is probably a bit different from some of the other versions you have seen. I don't deep fry the paneer. The recipe is extremely simple. You can serve Paneer Pepper Fry as a starter or as part of a main meal. And it is perfect for parties too. Delicious, spicy, unusual, and best of all, lends itself beautifully to last minute preparation. Keep a few things ready ahead of time and then just put it all together 5 minutes before serving. A piece of cake. Well, let's go make some Paneer Pepper Fry.
I'm going to quickly show you the ingredients. The detailed list is in the description box as usual. Paneer, of course, capsicum or green peppers, onions, green chilies, garlic, ginger, curry leaves, oil, and fresh coriander. I've just soaked it for washing. And a special masala powder that we are going to make now. I call it the curry leaf and fennel masala. These are the ingredients we need for the curry leaf and fennel masala. I'm making just enough for this dish. However, if you want to make a larger quantity, I'll put the ingredient list in the description box. The procedure is basically the same. First, we have to fry the green chili until it is crisp and all moisture has been removed. If you're going to use the masala right away, then it's not that critical. Just fry it until it's crisp. But if you are making a larger quantity and planning to store it, then this is important because your masala won't keep for a long time if there is any moisture left in there. You'll probably need to put on an exhaust fan if you have one. The fumes are quite pungent. The chilies have changed color and they're quite crisp. Now we can add the curry leaves. They must also be fried crisp. That's a much easier task. They do dry out quickly. Okay, they seem to be fairly well done. We can add the remaining ingredients, black peppercorns and fennel seeds or sauf. Toss them around for about a minute until they are well roasted. You should get that wonderful aroma of fennel seeds and curry leaves, along with a few fumes of green chilies, of course. The curry leaves are nice and crisp, as are the green chilies, and the sauf is browned quite a bit. Now we are good to go. I've turned off the stove. We have to wait for the masalas to cool, and then we will grind it to a powder or a dry paste. It has cooled sufficiently, so I'm going to powder it in the dry grinder or coarsely pound it using a mortar and pestle, dry or with a little bit of water. Now we can get on with our dish. I've diced the paneer into cubes about 3/4 to 1 inch, and I'm going to season them with salt, pepper, and our spice powder, the curry leaf and fennel masala. It is dark green and has a wonderful aroma. And that's what gives the Paneer Pepper Fry that dark color. Mix it all and apply it evenly to the paneer cubes. At this point, you can let the paneer rest for a while if you want. But once we do the next step, it must be fried right away. Otherwise, it'll get soggy. I have 2 types of rice flour over here. One is the red rice flour, which is brown, and the other is the regular rice flour, which is white. The red rice flour just makes the paneer a little bit darker, so I've used that. But it makes no difference to the taste, and regular rice flour is just fine. You can also use brown rice flour if you have that. Just use as much rice flour as you need to coat all the cubes. 2 to 3 tablespoons should be plenty. I'm using the same kadai as I use for the masala. There's no need to wash it, just remove any crumbs. And let it heat up nicely. Since I'm using a stainless steel kadai, the oil and the kadai must get nicely hot. Otherwise the paneer will stick to it. So I've added a crumb of rice flour to test it. It looks good, it's hot enough. Swirl the oil in the kadai to go up the side so that nothing sticks there either. The heat must be medium-high. Drop in the paneer cubes and gently toss until they are browned all over. Make sure the paneer does not have any water. If it does, then it will stick. I've used 1 tablespoon of oil, which I think is plenty for this. because we'll add more oil later. If you feel you need more, you can add some. Keep tossing and remove any stuck-on flour or seasonings before they burn. By the way, you can even make this paneer in an air fryer. Transfer to a bowl and set aside. Now to fry the other ingredients and seasonings. Once again, I'm using the same kadai and still no need to wash it. Nothing is stuck to it. And here's the paneer I have set aside. As always, we start by frying the onion. It takes the longest time. It must get brown and caramelized. The salt helps it cook faster. Keep the heat medium because too high will cause the onions to burn before they are cooked all the way through. Cover on and off, but just keep an eye to make sure that they do not burn. Okay, there's still some way to go. So I'm going to just give it a stir and cover it again. And I'll do that as required. Now they're almost done. They're lightly brown. So we can add the other seasonings. The curry leaves, the green chilies, garlic and ginger. Fry until everything is well cooked. The onions, the garlic and ginger. I think I need a tad bit more oil. Again, scrape out any stuck-on bits now as they stick. They add a nice caramelized flavor too, so it's good to put them back into the mix. A little bit of vegetable in the form of capsicum balances the richness of the paneer and also brightens the dark color of the dish. It also adds a little bit of crunch since I'm not going to cook it until it's completely soft. This is good for the capsicum. I'm going to add the masala powder now. Lower the flame. Now it will start catching at the bottom and beginning to burn, so add a little bit of water as you go along. Just enough to scrape off whatever is stuck. Just add more as it evaporates. Do not add all 4 tablespoons at once. Taste the seasoning. I need a bit of salt. We've added half a teaspoon earlier, but that's not enough. If you are making paneer pepper fry for a party or even just for home, this is a good stage to stop. We have the paneer fried and crisp and the seasonings all ready. And then we have to just assemble the dish before serving. And this last step takes only a few minutes. Just as much time as it would take to warm up the whole dish. So let the onion mixture heat up first. And then add the paneer and toss it gently. You should have that wonderful aroma again. Then I'm adding a generous amount of coriander leaves. Just leave a little for garnish. And lemon juice or vinegar. Mix and toss for a minute. And it's all done. I've turned off the gas and we are ready to go and serve. I'm going to serve my paneer pepper fry as a starter on a bed of individual coin parathas. You can also use this as a filling for kathi rolls or soft tacos. Or serve it with a mild rice dish and a salad or dry vegetable to make a complete meal. Coconut rice or my mild pulao will be perfect accompaniments. It looks dark and inviting. I'm ready to dig in.
I hope you enjoyed making paneer pepper fry with me. Check out some of my paneer dishes in this playlist right here. I'll see you next week as usual. Thank you for watching.